there's this movie about deer. And the movie starts out with my sleep paralysis demon telling us about a story that happened a long time ago, like yesterday or something. Then we cut to Mrs. Claus trying to force feed Santa. Then Satan starts singing about Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Then we cut to a cave and baby Jesus is being born. I mean Rudolph. And he's a freak with a shiny red nose. Why, I would even say it glows. Oh my god. They said that it just glows. What is this sound? And Santa is there and he's all like, he better lose the red nose or he won't have a job. Okay, but why? Then they try to hide Rudolph's nose, but Rudolph's mom just eats it. Then there's foreshadowing for later with Rudolph's hairy neighbor or some shit. Then we cut to the workshop and this one elf wants to be a dentist and the head elf is like, what do you mean you don't want to be a sweatshop worker? Then we cut to Deer Family and Rudolph's dad tries to suffocate Rudolph. Then there's a time skip and the elves bore the shit out of Santa and a kidnapping takes place. Then we cut to the dentist elf guy and he's making horrifying dolls with teeth.
Why weren't you?
And runs away. Now we cut to the reindeer doing reindeer things. And Rudolph talks to love interest and she says Rudolph sounds funny. Meanwhile, she's a kid who sounds like she hit puberty 2 decades ago. Oh yeah, and she likes him or something. Then Rudolph is the only one to fly, but the other reindeer and Santa are nosists? Nosists?
Donner, you should be ashamed of yourself. What a pity. He had a nice takeoff, too.
Jeez, this movie is way more mean-spirited than I remember. Then the girl deer sings about how tomorrow is tomorrow, and then the girl's dad appears, and I guess he's also nosists and takes her away. Meanwhile, the dentist elf is sitting there trying to get frostbite, and Rudolph and dentist elf are all like, we're both different. Let's go be outcast away from all these nerds. What a bunch of nerds doing toy making and Christmas and stuff. Am I right, Rudolph? Rudolph, please talk to me. And they find out the world isn't Christmas. Then they meet Stoic from How to Train Your Dragon, while they try to give themselves frostbite. And Frosty the Oh No Man starts singing about silver and gold. Then we cut back to Rudolph, Dentist, and Stoic, and the hairy neighbor finds them and they run away. Eventually. Then we cut to Deer Family and Girl Deer and they set off to find Rudolph. Then we cut back to the three and they land on an island of factory defects. Then they meet the Lion King. And they ask him if they can live here. And the lion is like, no! But do us a favor and tell Santa about the defect toys, yeah? Then they go to bed and Rudolph wants to go off alone, but Stoic and Dentist are like, no, but he does it anyways. Ooh. And the environment screams at him. Shut up! Then Rudolph is all growed up and he's like, well, it's time to go home now, I guess. But the Deer Family is gone, and Santa is there, and he's all like, they're gone now, Rudolph. It's all your fault. Then a storm comes, but that will be important later. Then Rudolph goes looking for them, and 1v1's the hairy guy from next door. What the f***? Then Rudolph dies. Then we cut to Dentist and Stoic, and they find Hairy Man's house, and they do whatever this is. And they hit Hairy Man with a rock, and take his teeth. Oh, where'd your mouth go, buddy? The same place my sanity went? Then Stoic pushes Hairy Man off a cliff for the crime of not shaving, and they both die. Then the deers and elf come back home, and everyone is all like, oh! Maybe we were the assholes all along! Then Stoic and Hairy Man are not dead because I guess Hairy Man is a bouncy ball or something.
Bumbles bounce!
And they come looking for the employment office, cause Hairy Man can put stars on trees. Then it's business as usual and Mrs. Claus is trying to feed Santa clay. But oh no! Santa gets a weather report and Christmas is canceled. Then he goes to tell everyone, but Rudolph's nose gives off a faint glow, and Santa is like, oh, this fixes everything! Rudolph, with your nose kind of like a mild flashlight, won't you guide my sleigh through a blinding blizzard? Then Rudolph's dad f***ing lies.
I knew that nose would be useful someday. I knew it all along.
Let's just hope Rudolph's nose doesn't make that ringing sound, because that would wake up the whole planet. Oh, God! What are you doing? Get out of here! Then Stoic finds a deposit of peppermint. Congrats, buddy. You're in the North Pole. The elves probably piss this stuff. Then Santa kidnaps the factory defects and throws them out of his sleigh. And they save Christmas! Yeah! We get presents! The end. Special thanks to Patreon Joshua Hazinski. If you would like to request a video yourself, check out my Patreon in the description. Thanks for watching and happy holidays!